Hi there. Good to see everyone on Saturday at the workshop. I know everybody was anxious to see to get a crack at a temporary WordPress website to play around with. We should be there right now, so I have set up all of the people that were there based upon the registration emails and the emails that I got from the Post-it notes. You should have gotten an email that looks like this. Something like this, where you have a new WordPress website. It is located at this URL, and this is the complete URL. This is kind of like a sub WordPress website. So yes, this is not a link to a page on your website. This is the actual home page of your website, and your WordPress website will have a different number, like site 12, site 13, site 15, whatever. This example is just site 34. So this is the URL of my homepage of my WordPress website. And I already have it loaded back here. Now, if this is the link to logging into my WordPress website, you remember that WP-login is how you gain access to your WordPress website. So I'm just going to copy and paste that into my browser. It's asking me for my username and password. So I take that from the email. Your username is going to be site and then some number. So site 34. And your password is going to be in the email. I'm just going to copy and paste this in here, and I'm going to log in. Now, you have this WordPress website. You are now the administrator of a WordPress website. So as we talked about, administrators can do pretty much everything. However, the exception to the rule in this case is for security reasons. I have disabled the ability for you to access your plugins. So there will not be a plugin screen. You will not be able to install themes, although as you can see here, you should have 10 themes to choose from, with the default being this 2017 WordPress theme. Other than that, the things that we talked about during the workshop, you should still be able to do. For example, you can create a new post, as we discussed. And remember, going up to screen options, you can turn on certain things here. You can add new categories and tags. You can create new pages. You can also edit, of course, any of the sample page that exists. Every WordPress website installed is exactly the same in terms of these things. All of you have these things that you can look at. You, of course, have full access to your settings. You can rename your site however you like. Your email address should be here in this email address field, so that should be set there already. And if you recall what we talked about for permalinks, this is the permalinks screen. So I encourage you to look at the email through the slides, download them, take a look at the screenshots. And like I said, outside of the plugins folder, you should have access to pretty much everything that we talked about. Now, one plugin I did decide to install for you to use, it's already installed for you, it's WP Forms. It's just a form plugin that we briefly mentioned on Saturday. If you feel like experimenting with this, you can, but I'm not providing any support officially for this. It's just something for you to play around with, and if you get far with it, that's great. So anyway, really thank you very much for your attention on Saturday, and as a reminder, this website will only be up for a couple of weeks. I believe the deadline is September 1st. After that, I might remove it at any time. Please don't have any life-saving content in here that you need to save. This is just, once again, to get you comfortable with WordPress, and I'll see you at the next workshop or meetup.